The Insta360 Flow 2 Pro is a great smartphone gimbal, and this little accessory is supposed to make it even better. Let's take a look at what it does. And I think it's no coincidence that Insta360 is launching this new little accessory right now. After all, the DJI OM7 and OM7 Pro have just been released. And of course, you don't want to give the competition any advantage, but we'll take a look at a comparison between the Flow 2 Pro and the new OM7 Pro next time. Today, it's all about this little thing here, and I want to understand three things today. What can this little thing do? How does it work? And for whom does it really make sense to buy it? So let's clarify the first question, and I think that was relatively clear. This is an AI tracker and a spotlight in one. Okay, but why an additional tracker for the Flow 2 Pro? Can't the Flow 2 Pro already track subjects without any problems? And besides, even after the release of the DJI OM7 Pro, the Flow 2 Pro is still the only smartphone gimbal that supports Apple DockKit. In other words, Apple's integrated tracking technology. DockKit enables the tracking of subjects within the iPhone camera app and within all apps that support DockKit. And that would be pretty much most of the known apps that use the iPhone camera. So the Instagram app, TikTok and so on. All without an additional hardware tracker. And it works great. You don't have to do anything. As soon as you use your iPhone on your gimbal, it automatically connects via NFC, and the Flow 2 Pro immediately and automatically starts tracking the recognized subject. But that brings us to the first and certainly biggest weakness of DockKit. It only works with iPhones. If you have an Android smartphone, you have to use the Insta360 app to be able to use the gimbal's tracking functionality. And this shortcoming is of course remedied by the new AI tracker. This is because the tracker not only works in combination with an iPhone, but also with any other smartphone. You can now also use the native camera app or Instagram, for example, with your Android smartphone and no longer have to do without tracking. But there are also a few advantages for iPhone users. You may have noticed that although DockKit is super useful and excellently integrated, it has a few other weaknesses. Tracking with DockKit is not as responsive as with the Insta360 app. DockKit is supported by most popular apps, but not all. For example, not by the Blackmagic app. And of course, DockKit does not support hand gestures. For example, to start or stop a recording from a distance. Also, you cannot adjust the framing of the subject when using DockKit for tracking. For example, keeping the subject in the left third or the head at the top. For these features, even iPhone users previously had to use the Insta360 app. And the new AI tracker now enables precisely these features outside of the Insta360 app, although the app naturally still offers a variety of other unique features. But that's not all. As already mentioned, the AI tracker also has an integrated spotlight to improve exposure in difficult scenarios. The light comes with different strengths and different color temperatures. So let's get to the second question. How does the small AI tracker work? It's simple. You plug it into the USB-C port at the top of the gimbal. It should look exactly in the direction in which the camera you want to film with is looking. As soon as it is plugged in, switch it on here using the button at the bottom. You can now start tracking in two ways. By raising your open hand, in other words using the hand gesture, or as usual by pressing the trigger button. Now you can adjust the framing using the joystick if necessary. You start and stop a recording with the peace sign. It works very simply and in combination with any app that uses the camera. If there is already a connection to DockKit, the AI tracker takes over. You can switch on the spotlight using this upper button. If you press the button again, you can change the color temperature, and with the other button you can adjust the brightness. There are a total of 3 different color temperatures and 3 brightness levels. The tracking is, as indicated, somewhat smoother and more responsive than with DockKit. However, what understandably does not work here either is the selection of subjects by drawing a frame around the subject on the display. The Insta360 app is still required for very special tracking features such as active zoom tracking, auto zoom or tracking plus. Incidentally, the AI tracker, of course, also works in combination with the magnetic phone mount for the iPhone. And that brings us to the price. The AI tracker costs $40. It's also available in a bundle with the Flow 2 Pro for an additional $20. As always, you can find links in the video description. And if you use the link for the bundle, you'll receive a magnetic phone mount as a free gift. So who is the new AI tracker for? In my opinion, the Flow 2 Pro is already the perfect iPhone gimbal. For simple tracking in a video conference, or in a live stream, DockKit is perfectly sufficient. For more demanding tracking tasks, I use the Insta360 app, which also offers other advantages. The AI tracking accessory only really makes sense for an iPhone user if you really demand a higher level of tracking performance in the situations mentioned. But of course, only you can know whether you need it. For Android users, on the other hand, the situation is different. For these users, I can highly recommend the AI tracker in most cases, because it's simply a great advantage to be able to access the tracking function even when using the native camera app or one of the well-known social media apps. So what do you think? Do you see it differently? If you want to know more about the many features of the Flow 2 Pro, take a look at my detailed tutorial on it. A full comparison between the Insta360 Flow 2 Pro and the DJI OM7 Pro will be coming soon. So stay tuned, give me a like as feedback if the video was interesting for you, and see you next time.